Hello and welcome to another inspiring episode of Pairfect, the show where purpose meets passion and change makers share the stories behind their impact. I'm Jason Mago. Today, we're diving into a world where movement becomes mindfulness and fitness is more than just form. It's a philosophy. She's not just a studio owner, she's a soulful mover, a creative entrepreneur, and the founder of Folk Studio, a calming space in the heart of Katipunan where Pilates becomes a path to inner balance. And joining her is a dynamic instructor whose energy and empathy guide students through every breath, stretch, and flow. Together, they're building a community that embraces strength from inside out. Let's give a warm, perfect welcome to the woman redefining wellness with grace and grit, Ana Aguinaldo and Camille Guzman of Folk Studio.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hi,
welcome.
Jason. Thank you for that very wonderful intro.
All right, it's nice having you guys here. And to start with, Ana, Camille, take us back to the beginning. How did Folk Studio start? And how did your path come together in the shared journey?
So I started Folk as a place for it to become like a balance between movement and mindfulness. So I like to call it, as you mentioned nga earlier, there's a philosophy about it. So in Folk, so we move with meaning and live with intention or purpose. So we like to have that philosophy not just among the team but among everyone. So it started from a very, very personal story of mine wherein I was physically not fit to just do my day-to-day exercise, and then it was affecting me mentally too because I've been used to moving a lot, doing a lots of exercises, going to the gym, doing cheerleading. I've been around, but when I started working in a very fast-paced corporate job, I thrive in that energy na I want everything to be quick, to be strong, to be fast. And then it got to me, it got to my body. So then I started Folk. And when I met Camille, actually, and everyone in the studio, all the instructors, it started as more of trying to tell them the vision of Folk Studio. Na I wanted to create a space wherein it's not just about doing the exercise, but moving with intention. And it applies to our day-to-day life. So that's when I met them. Actually, Camille, when I first got her, she was supposed to work with us as a brand ambassador because she's been really someone who depicts the idea of the wellness and mindfulness. So she was a ballerina before, she's been doing a lot of mga dance classes, etc. So pero when I talked to her, sige, she was like, okay, game, sali ako. And then we did our shoot, and then she was doing it as a brand ambassador, and then bigla na lang sabi niya, why not join in? Well, what got into your...
I came into that shoot as a brand ambassador and I left as an instructor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait. So, were you really interested with Pilates?
Yes, definitely. I love moving my body. I think moving my body personally heals me as a person.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think it was just destined. Not to sound corny or anything, but I think really it was fate na I'm friends with the co-instructors, and then they really vouched for me sa kanya, to Ana. Like, my name was spoken in rooms na I haven't even entered in. So I don't know, I'm just really lucky and happy to be here.
So, were you guys like friends even before, starting Folk Studio?
No. We all met in, like everyone, like the other girls, Rona, Raya, Jillian, we all met now when Folk Studio was created. So, a funny story. When I interviewed them, I never asked for their CV or their resume. It's just that, sige, let's have a call, let's have a chit-chat. And then I never asked them anything about, have you done Pilates before? Are you someone who's interested in this one? And then it's more of like, the journey has been nice kasi my vision was more of for Folk Studio to be a social enterprise in the future, to be able to help communities, do free movement classes with pregnant moms in a barangay, things like that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do, to create a space wherein those movements would come to life. And then eventually everyone's like, I'm on board. I like that vision. I'm someone who's into that also. So I'm game. So that's how it all happened.
Parang ang ganda talaga na like movement with purpose, and you also bring it to help the community and even the nation, di ba? By, you know,
Yeah.
hopefully in the future, you can conduct yung mga free lessons nga to the
Yes.
barangays and to your target
Yeah,
na mga...
that's our plan. Hopefully, in a few months from now, we'll be able to adopt a barangay, adopt more on not just for women, also like generally for kids, for elders, for seniors, for men, like just anyone who needs help in moving. They just need to show up, and we'll take it from there.
Sorry, when did the folk studio opened?
We just actually launched this month.
Bago lang, no?
Bago lang,
Oo.
yes. And we've
Wait,
hosted.
where are you located ba?
We are located in Katipunan Avenue in White Plains area.
Okay, so ayun, mga katribo.
Yeah.
Katipunan in White Plains area,
White
no?
Plains area.
Mga katribo, ayan. If you guys want, you know, lessons or like to start your Pilates journey, go visit yung folk studio in Katipunan. People, you know, often imagine yung running a Pilates studio as calm and zen 24/7. But what's something behind the scenes that's been unexpectedly challenging for both of you? Ano yun? Let's start with you, Camille.
Yeah, this is a really good question. Me, I'm really nervous interacting with people. So that was one of my main concerns. Like, how can I build rapport, or how can I build a connection with a client? Because it's hard. But I don't know. It would just come naturally, especially if it has to be genuine, and you really have to care about your clients. So it will just flow. And I thought it was gonna be hard, but it was pretty good. It's pretty easy.
Kasi that's something na you need, na kailangan mo ng communication when you're in classes like Pilates,
Exactly.
diba? Oo.
Especially one-on-one, and even more challenging, group. It's hard to give your attention to each and every person, especially if it's a full class.
Yeah. How about you, Anna?
Siguro, I don't wanna say it's a challenge, but it's more of saying no to a lot of good deals or opportunities around us. Especially what we're trying to build here is something na we're not trying to chase after trends, we're not trying to chase after big goals right now. Mas prefer na yung slow growth wherein we make sure we stay true to our core values, to what we wanted, or our answers to our why. Now, what do we really want here? Kasi thankfully naman, there are a lot of opportunities coming in folk studio na parang they want us to branch out, they want to partner with us, etc. And I had to say no to a lot of them because for now, I just wanted to protect the space, build the space, and from there, maybe see if those opportunities are right by us. So, right now, it's all about timing talaga.
Ayun, actually, decision-making, that's a challenge, you know.
Yeah.
Kasi with those decisions na you make, talagang maraming pwedeng mangyari. So, yeah, so I'm pretty sure all people in the folk studio trust your decisions.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. So, ayun, if folk studio or a person, how would you describe her personality, and how does that reflect your values?
What do you
Who
think?
wants to answer first?
I think folk, if folk was a person, he or she would be just a warm type of person.
I was gonna say.
You were gonna say that?
So
Yeah, it's the same.
Focus like a warm hug.
Yeah.
Like that kind of person, regardless of gender, of age. Parang folk studio is a person who would just want you to show up, push you to show up, and then just that person who would make sure to make you feel you're welcome, and that person will meet you where you are. That's folk studio. Parang you come as a beginner, you come as an athlete, you come as someone coming from an injury or rehabilitation. Folk is just gonna be there to welcome you and just meet you where you are. Parang no pressure, no need to do advanced classes. Parang it's just that.
It's a safe space.
Are you guys dog person? Like,
Dog and cat.
I'm a cat
dog
person.
and cat and person.
Ako dog,
and
but recently I added a cat in my family, so I have 9 pets at the moment.
I think it would be really nice to have a cat at
Yeah.
folk, like a
Yeah.
real actual cat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
Bring my
that would be
cat.
cute.
Actually, so you've probably had clients who walked in thinking, it's just stretching, right? What's your go-to way of showing them what Pilates really is without scaring them off?
Pilates is a good stretch if you're thinking about puro stretching. Yes, it is. Honestly, it is. But it's more of we tailor kasi the exercises according to the body of the client. Like we try to analyze the body in itself, and then try to see which exercises is a right fit for the body. Like, for example, usually the tendencies nowadays, like, yung feet mo, you don't know how you stand. Like, maybe, mapansin mo on the soles of your shoes, mas malalim on one side, things like that. We address that. So, for you not to be scared, we won't do or ask you to do something that's something that you cannot do.
Yeah.
Something the body's not ready for.
Yeah.
Okay, let me rephrase the question for you. How about for those people who are saying na Pilates seems tedious or like it's kind of boring? So how would you convince them na there's
It's
much
not
more
boring
than
with her.
Exactly. I was about to say, why don't you come and try and let me show you how not boring it is. You'll get to know your own body.
Yeah.
Pero,
Isn't that not boring?
Pero with us kasi in the studio, maybe it's boring in a sense. Now we try to empower and
Educate.
impart our knowledge, educate our clients what it is for. Like, for example, when you enter a class, let's say you're a beginner, you enter a class, the first thing that we will teach you is how to breathe the Pilates way. Because in every movement, there's a certain kind of breathing to do. Kasi it helps you recruit your core, recruit certain muscles. So if you don't know how to breathe, it will be hard for you to do the exercises. So boring, it depends. But I think if you're someone who wants to be empowered, to someone who wants to be educated, then it won't be boring for you, especially in folk.
Okay. So ayan, you both spend a lot of time, guiding others. Have there been moments in class, maybe a blooper or an unexpected moment that made you look at each other and, just laugh?
Siguro ako, in my experience, there's a group class wherein there are three young ladies, and one is a mom also.
Okay.
So the mom is more capable of doing the exercises because even if she was in her 60s, maybe 50s to 60s, she's stronger than the younger lads. As in, like, stronger siya dun sa ibang ladies na nasa room. And she's like, yung blooper dun is, teka, nandyan pa lang kayo? Nandito na ako. She's that strong. So, parang we look at each other na, okay, this mom is showing them how it's done. Or ganyan. Ano pa ba?
Siguro, let's address some few questions that I have in mind, and I'm pretty sure there are other people as well would be asking. Ano ba nga talaga yung Pilates? Is it like scientific based? Is there a scientific based approach? Kasi you were talking about connecting yourself with your body or to your body.
Yeah.
So
Actually, Pilates has different methods, but for our method, we call it the Stott Pilates method. So it's founded by Joseph Pilates back in the 1920s. During the war. It's used for the rehabilitation of German soldiers. So kami with Stott kasi we're very, as you mentioned, which is scientific based because we study anatomy because we try to tailor fit nga the exercise with the body of the client. So there are certain limitations kasi to the body. Like for example, there are clients who are knock-kneed or magkadikit yung tuhod. I mean, when they move, so we can't make them do exercises that would further make them do the, what do you call that?
Even
the
more.
motion.
The motion na even more mag-knock-kneed sila. So what we do, we try to counter that. So there's really science behind our method. With other studios, I'm not that very familiar, but I know they also work on per block type of the muscle. Like
Maybe like upper body and then lower body. Yeah,
so
I'm not familiar
what's
also.
the method called? Stott? Is it
Stott.
Stott
Pilates.
Stott Pilates. So as an instructor, and I'm pretty sure you've worked with a lot of clients already. Okay, so like what's the difference between Stott Pilates with a should I say traditional or like
the classical,
the classical
Contemporary approach.
So Stott is actually contemporary. It's under contemporary. But with Stott, it depends on the body.
Okay.
So, hindi yung body yung nag-a-adjust dun sa exercise. Yung exercise will be modified sa body, what the body needs. So that's what makes, I think, Stott special compared to others. It's what makes it intelligent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me na parang I needed Pilates. I need to do Pilates. Kasi especially I have a scolio, And you know what? As someone who has scolio, kailangan ko rin mag-stretching every, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Kaya mag-stretching muna ako and we'll be back.
And this break is brought to you by Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Union Bank, it starts with you.
Usapang OFW is the show that honors the journeys of our modern-day heroes.
our OFWs. Join Chingby Fernandez, John Dodson, and Rafi Ayang every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. to hear the real stories behind the sacrifices. Watch it live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. Want to hear from thought leaders shaping our world? Straight Talk with Chito Lazada and Ted Montalibano dives into leadership, politics, and business every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Catch conversation live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. Ready for the hot takes on today's biggest issues? Hot Patatas with Vernon Velasco and Carl Magadia delivers the news that matters. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Tune in live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and Daily Tribune Official on TikTok, where the real talk happens.
Once again, I'm Jason Mago and I'm with Anna and Camille. Tuloy na natin yung magandang usapan natin about Folk Studio. You know, in a city as fast-paced as Manila, how do you stay grounded both as individuals and as a team running Folk Studio?
I guess, like I mentioned earlier, folk talaga, moving with intention helped me stay grounded. Especially, I used to thrive in a very fast pace. Like, I loved it. But when it got to me, to my body, siguro I remind myself the why. I always begin with the end in my mind. So, bakit nga? Why did I start this? So, when it gets so fast-paced, what I do is try to sit down and reconnect with myself. Maybe do some workouts, go do Pilates, have a cup of coffee, and maybe think about, why am I doing this? Do I need to do things? Do I need to chase after deadlines? Do I need to chase after the timeline that I have to do it right now? Or do I have the time to relax, to rest first, take a pause, because maybe that's gonna lead me to greater things?
No. How about you, Camille?
For me, it's having that purpose na I get to get up and do Pilates. And it's the best job ever. And also the people that I work with. And also, personally, I want to be able to encourage my parents, like my mom and my dad, to do Pilates also. Because it's also for longevity.
Yeah.
And I want them to grow old nang healthy sila.
Yeah, who doesn't, right? So,
Yes.
that's
Yeah, you do it for the other people too. Like, good thing that you mentioned your parents. Kasi parang, when you try to take care of yourself also, parang I always want to say this, like with everyone, you can't fill from an empty cup eh. So you start with yourself and then eventually you do it for others also, especially for your family. Kasi, you know, in this time and age, especially with COVID happening, di ba? Parang you get more at peace knowing that you're taking care of yourself, of your body, and everyone around you.
I mean, of course, we all start with, you know, ourselves muna before we can effectively help other people, especially starting with our family, you know. So, ayun, parang kanina you mentioned, you know, off the record na you have this community in Folk Studio. Can you talk more about it?
Yeah, actually, our community in folk is a great mix of, there's beginners, there's young kids, there are elders, there are titas who just want to have a chit chat with you, and there are also titos, the dads coming in. And I would say that the community is very welcoming. It's very warm. Everyone is very intentional with their mindfulness coming to the studio. So that's what we're trying to still build in Folk Studio. So I hope we get to invite or encourage more people to join us as we try to you know, have people join together that reflect the same ethos as we have, which is mindful living, intentional movement. What else?
I think you said it all. I like your answer.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, so, you know, what keeps you both coming back to the mat beyond the, you know, physical side of Pilates? Has this work, you know, changed the way you see yourselves or your purpose
Oh yeah, definitely. This is my second career. I used to be a flight attendant, and I remember my body was not happy because I wasn't moving. I didn't have the time to take care of myself.
Yeah.
And I don't know, this is a blessing because I get to take care of myself. I get to take care of other people. And it's my second career. Parang it's a second chance for me. So, yeah.
Oh, iba talaga yung fulfillment, no? If
Yeah.
you're not just doing this for yourself, pero nakakatulong ka rin to
Yeah,
others. And
definitely will not be taking this for granted.
Yeah.
Just like unlike my first job na medyo na ano ko siya, mas matured na ako.
Siguro for me kasi when everything else around me becomes so chaotic, I find going to the studio my safe space. Siguro one of my favorite things na I put when I collaborate with people, when I hire people, is that I always make sure to put the people first, or because I make sure that I get the right people on the bus. So when I go to the studio, I'm very glad that all the instructors are there, our team is there, and they're all reflecting the same kind of energy, ethos, vision that we have. So they remind me to, you know what, Anna, just take a pause, stay grounded, just be present, and you'll be okay. So, yeah, that helps me a lot.
yeah.
And I think the workplace is that way because we know we're in good hands. Yeah.
And
Flatter.
whose hands? Personally, we've gone this far sa interview, and you know what? I really want to try Pilates.
Yes.
So bad.
Let's
so
go.
for sure, I'm gonna visit your studio soon.
Yes.
Yes, and ayun. So para mas maging immersed and mas ma-feel ko talaga yung yung nafe-feel ko na right now na energy dun sa studio. So you guys, if you could design a dream collaboration, whether with a brand, artist, or community, what would it be and how would it align with Folk Studios' mission?
Siguro like how I put the team together. I would want to pitch my idea, the vision, and as you mentioned, the mission of the studio, wherein, as mentioned earlier, the mindful living, moving with meaning, living with intention and purpose, and then see which brand would reflect that as well. Kasi I want to educate more people, more communities na what it is to have a very mindful living. Like, you know, when you move with meaning, it doesn't necessarily mean like literally moving, but you apply it to your day-to-day life. Like in everything that you do, you find meaning in it. You go back to your why. So why do I do this? Why do I try to achieve that? What's my goal what's my main goal in here? So just any brand, any artist, any community that would have the same or reflect the same ethos would be a great pair for a folk studio.
How about you, Camille? Do you have like anything or anyone in mind?
Maybe like more wellness things. Taking care of yourself. As a girl, I think it would be nice na parang the luxury, like it feels so simple and luxurious, but it's because you're taking care of yourself. So maybe like mga scalp spas or like nail salons. I think that would be nice kasi sometimes you just need it. Para you'll, you know, show up even like mas motivated ka.
And to boost your confidence, Yes.
Yeah, something simple like that.
Sabihin mo daw yung brand, baka marinig nila.
yung may paubo pa yun. Tapos sasabihin yung brand.
But definitely talaga any artist or siguro when it comes to community, actually we're very lucky because the community that we are in are very supportive already. So we don't even need to ask. They're just coming in to collaborate with us. Now, oh yeah, I'll bring all these people here because you know they like being like merong mga walking club, pickleball club, all of that. So they're just there to, you know, remind themselves na at the end of the day, at the end of every job, you know, you reward your body by moving. So that's what it is in folk studio.
Okay. So ako kasi nung college ako, I mean until now I play basketball pa rin. Pero since yun nga may work, medyo seldom na.
Yeah.
So nung naglalaro ko, ayan, parang yung mga trainings kasi namin is talagang intense eh. So, sa tingin mo ba, like ako, kung player pa rin ako nung college, like, is it something that could help me, yung Pilates?
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah. I'd like to say na Pilates is more of not just an exercise. It's a foundation to everything, to every movement, to your day-to-day life. So there are a lot of things na when we're young, we tend to neglect, diba? Simple as walking, standing up. But when you get older, as we get older, there are things na parang our body may wear and tear, na parang sometimes as simple as picking up something on the floor, it's hard na. So we want to say na Pilates is more of a foundation for that, na you're trying to support activities such as sports like basketball, like any sport, any activity. Like ngayon, usong-uso yung mga climbing gyms, what else? Bouldering, yeah. So parang, and to me, it's a foundation talaga to your day-to-day activities. Like as simple as may bubuhating ka from the floor, like walking to the grocery, things like that. Because sometimes we tend to neglect all of that just because we're in our heads, we're still young, okay lang yan. That's a simple stiffness. But, stiffness and experiencing pain in the body is our body's way of telling us you need to do something about it. So, Pilates can help in that.
Okay. So, how do clients call you? Like, Coach Camille, gano'n. Tama ba?
Ako, I prefer just call me Camille.
Camille.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Camille,
I think it's very professional.
Yeah. If you were to invite yung mga, mga lalaki mong friends or yung mga, your family as you mentioned.
Yeah.
So, yung mga lalaki, paano mo sila i-convince na mag-Pilates kayo? Like, join our session.
LeBron James is doing it.
LeBron James
He's a
is doing
superstar. He's a GOAT for something.
Oo.
No. But kidding aside, siguro we try to invite them by saying na Pilates is not just for women. You'd be surprised about the number of men who goes to do Pilates because they want to support their activities, especially sports talaga. There's Pilates for golfers. That's number one. Because Pilates addresses lots of mobility exercises. And in golf, diba, that's what you need.
Yeah.
So, we try to tell the men na be humbled. No, kidding.
Yeah.
But siguro, our bodies are, like, regardless of gender, we have our bodies, we have the same components, like same muscle groups, same bones in the body. So, the exercises that women do, it's not just for them, it's also for everyone. So just come in, just show up. Don't be scared, even though your instructors are tiny females.
Okay.
We will humble you.
Parang may pagbabanta.
No.
Ayoko na bumisit muna. Joke lang. So, you both teach movement every day, but what's something you've, learned about yourselves through teaching others? Let's start with you, Camille.
Oh, it's definitely having more compassion and empathy for others. Because sometimes things that I'm able to do easily or I can comprehend easily, I cannot assume that my student can understand it right away. So being able to explain things bit by bit and then seeing na, uy, ang galing nila pumikap, like, nakaka-proud. Yeah.
How about you?
Siguro for me, I have always had the passion for teaching. So, siguro what it taught me is that everyone is just as thankful to just learn something from you and be able to apply it in their lives. So, the mere fact that you're able to impact that knowledge to someone and do something for the better, like something that they could apply to their day-to-day life, that's something that really humbles me, and I'm grateful for that. Kasi, it teaches me to always remember na what I learn from others, because I'm a true believer na you learn best from people, not just from experts, not just from instructors, but from the people you meet with every day. So, parang paying it forward na you have to share it to them, and yun.
Parang we talked a while ago, Camille, na you have like a different sport or like a different hobby aside before you entered yung Pilates. So, how did it help? Like yung dancing? Am I correct?
Yes. So before this, I'm actually a dance teacher. And that job definitely taught me how to become a teacher. But being a Pilates instructor is totally different. It's a different ball game because when you're a dance teacher, I can just say, follow me, and then I'll do the movement and they'll copy me. But in Pilates, it's not necessarily that way. So the challenge for me was to be able to articulate what I want their body to do and to be able to say it nang naiintindihan talaga nila properly, nang hindi sila may injure.
Oo.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious lang, what type of like a teacher or coach are you? Like, are you on the stricter side or like yung parang ate vibes lang?
I want Anna's opinion on that. What type of teacher am I?
Oh.
Say it
Well,
loud.
she's more on the stricter side,
Okay.
but with full of positive energy. I'm not sure if you get that. But if you're an athlete, so you
Yes.
would understand. So if you're very competent, you would hire her as you would get her as your instructor because she would make sure you do it. You get what you pay for. You do it exactly how you're supposed to do it. But of course, like she said earlier, it taught her to be compassionate because Camille's very understanding. And she would make sure to empower you, motivate you, and tell you na, it's fine. No worries. We'll try to address that the next time we come in here. So, yeah. Siguro the ate vibes, that's not her. That's not her. Kasi she's more of your best friend.
Okay.
Oh, I love
Not an ate. Kasi, you know, an ate looks out for you from, like, sometimes from a place of, na, may right distance, diba? Because the
pala.
ate couldn't just be there for you along the way all the time. But as a best friend, she's there to either be beside you or push you.
Okay.
So, that's Camille.
So, ayan mga katribo, look for Camille kapag bumisita kayo. And of course, other coaches as well. So, you know what? The way I envision it is parang positive energy, pero strict, no? So, parang,
Yes.
okay, so let's start. Don't do that, please. Stop doing that. Ano ba? Like, paano ba yung strict na ano?
Follow me.
I think you should come take my class.
Okay,
and
so
we shall
ayan.
see.
It's for you to find out. Nakakatribo. So, ayan. What do you do, guys, during yung free time nyo or like outside of the studio kapag hindi kayo nagpipilates or wala kayo sa work?
You first.
I definitely take care of myself. I spoil myself. I hang out with my family and my cats. Yeah, just that. You know.
I have to learn from Camille. Outside it, I still work. So, no, kasi I have other this is more of a passion project for me. So, in my other job or business, I do trading. So, that's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Have you watched Intern?
Yeah.
By, Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when we started talking during this interview, parang that's how I see you.
Okay,
You're
tama
like,
ka ako ba? Tsada.
I want to be more like Anna naman.
No.
So, opposite.
We need to balance each other. But no, what I do talaga is, I do more work because sometimes when you start, sabi nila pag passion project, you're more hands-on talaga eh. Kasi it's something na parang emotions are involved. Not like when you do like a job in corporate or maybe in other technical business. But this one, it's more of, kasi we're trying to change lives here eh. We're trying to touch the lives of other people na what it brings, what the exercise or what Pilates brings to them. It's not just as simple as stretching talaga. Like, we've had clients, actually just to share, we have some clients who would message some of our instructors, like, for example, Jillian, they would say, oh, Jillian, you know what? After our session earlier, I feel so relaxed and I want to sleep. And imagine, this is coming from a doctor. So doctors are, like, not everyone, I don't want to generalize or like confirm, but sometimes they don't have time to even take a rest, diba? So for them to say that means now we try to impart something on them that's very important. So that's what we do.
okay. As a woman building a wellness space, what has surprised you most about the kind of community that's formed around the studio?
Siguro, I'd like to answer it in a way na it's not more of a surprise, but it's more of heartwarming to know na there are the people who share the same vision as yours would support you without asking anything in return. They would just show up and tell you and push you even more. Now, what you're doing is something that's very good for the community. You're trying to change you're like game changers in the industry. So parang, hearing all of that from the community that we're in, parang makes us feel and want to do more and give back talaga. So we're just excited, even though we just opened. We're just very, very excited of what's ahead of us because we're really, really planning to expand in terms of being more inclusive, being able to to do initiatives in the communities that we will serve. So maybe it's really more of heartwarming to know that there are people who has the same vision, who shares the same core values as ours.
Honestly, I'm just happy to be here. Like, I'm just glad where I am now, and I'm just happy and grateful that I have the space to be able to share my talents to others. That's really it.
Oh, great. That's great. So, any, parting words for our mga katribu?
Yes. So if you're ever just curious to try Pilates, just come to our studio, Folk Studio Pilates in Katipunan, White Plains. And you don't have to be flexible. You don't have to be strong. You don't even have to be confident. Just show up and we'll take care of you. We'll take care of the rest and we'll meet you where you are.
I think that's the best thing now. Yeah. Oh, yes. I'm just here for the face card.
Okay. It's working. Ayan mga katribo, I can't wait to try Pilates and kapag tas natin mag-exercise, kailangan natin ng pumalit. So andyan, sina Hurley at Aeropostale, up to 70% off and wide selection of items. And kung meron kayong Daily Tribune newspaper, you can avail regular price items at 25% off mga katribo. It's only until August 31. Pwede sa Zalora, Lazada at TikTok Shop. Big thanks to Anna and Camille for sharing their inspiring journey of movement, mindfulness, and building a community through Folk Studio. Their story reminds us that wellness is not just about fitness. It's about connection, intention, and showing up for yourself. Whether you're leading a class, building a brand, or simply trying to find your center, Anna and Camille show us that when you move with purpose, you create space for growth, healing, and meaning. And if you want to move with intention, follow them on Instagram at Folk Studio PH and on Facebook at Folk Studio PH. I'm Jason, and you've been watching Pairfect, where your stories of purpose meet everyday lifestyle. See you next time.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat mga katribo at sa mga taga-subaybay natin sa Daily Tribune. Nandito po ulit ang inyong lingkod. Ako po si Manong Joe Saldariaga para sagutin ang inyong mga katanungan. May tanong ang isang netizen sa atin, Manong Joe, sinasadya ba ng Meralco na pababain ang presyo ng kuryente tuwing tag-ulan at malamig ang panahon? Napakagandang tanong, pero ang sagot ko po dyan ay hindi po ito sinasadya ng Meralco. Ang paniwanag po dyan ay simple lang. Ang cooling appliances tulad ng aircon, electric fan at refrigerator ay madalas may pinakamalaking contribution sa monthly bill po natin sa bahay. Kapag tag-ulan, mas malamig ang panahon. Mas madali para sa mga cooling appliances na maabot at panatilihin ang sinet nating temperature dahil malamig na rin ang paligid. Nababawasan din ang oras ng paggamit natin, lalo ng aircon. Minsan, hindi na kailangan buksan ang aircon natin dahil electric fan lang, sapat na at komportable na tayo. Ang resulta, mas mababang konsumo ninyo sa kuryente sa inyong bahay, mas bababa ang inyong electricity bill. Ngayon, kapag mas mababa na nga ang konsumo, bumababa din ang overall demand sa power supply. At kapag mababa ang demand, may posibilidad na bumaba na rin ang generation charge, ang pinakamalaking bahagi sa bill ninyo na may malaking epekto sa buong presyo ng kuryente. Kaya kung mapapansin ninyo, sa mga buwang malamig at maulan, madalas bumababa ang inyong power bill. Hindi dahil sinasadya, kundi dahil sa natural na pagbaba ng inyong konsumo at gayon din ang demand. Ang inyong electricity bill tuwing tag-ulan o rainy season. Para sa iba pang mga katanungang Ask Manong Joe uli, hanggang sa muli mga katribo at sa mga taga-sunod natin sa Daily Tribune.